Welcome back to another edition of Fire Expired. I, as always, am your host, the one, the only, the second Irish Bandit. This week on Fire Expired, we are looking at the brand new offering from Ghost called Prequelle. I just recently got into Ghost because I've always seen one of my friends on Facebook. He's always saying how good they are, and I'm like, I'm very leery when somebody says, oh, this is one of the best bands you've ever heard, because I've been duped like that before. I'm going to get into my own opinion here. If you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. I heard so much hype around the band Kings of Leon for such the longest time. They're the saviors of rock and roll. And, oh, they're so good. Oh, yeah, the band is so good. I was driving into town with a friend of mine one day. And on the radio, they kept on saying, the brand new single from Kings of Leon is going to be debuting next after this ad. So I'm like, okay, great. Get to hear Kings of Leon. Finally get to hear what they're all about. Finally hear them. And oh my God, the song was terrible. And then every song I heard after that was like, oh, this is Kings of Leon? They were so hyped up and I wanted to like them. But the music, in my opinion, was terrible. I do not like Kings of Leon at all. I think they're terrible. So when I hear a band get hyped up like that, it's like, ooh, I'm kind of leery. So one day I just figured, let's check this band out, and I heard their song. Well, I searched it on YouTube, series, and I automatically was like, whoa. Because you got to remember, when I was growing up back in the 80s, you had bands like Kiss and King Diamond who came out in the makeup and the music and the lyrics, the devil worshipping lyrics. Now, okay, yeah, you kind of get this with Ghost as well, but their music is more melodic. So I listened to that. I listened to He Is. I listened to Square Hammer. Little did I know that Square Hammer was being used for an NXT pay-per-view before that. So I really did get introduced to Ghost, but before I knew it. So I decided to check out their new album, Prequelle. The first single that came out from that was Rats, and well, we'll get into that a little bit. And the second single to come out from that, Dance Macabre. Oh, I'm going to get into that here. Let's get into it now. As always, I'm not going to talk about every album on the every track on the album. I'm just going to pick and choose some of the standouts, some of the highlights for me. The album opens up with Ashes. You have a little kid singing the Ring a Ring a Rosie little rhyme, and it just kicks off so powerfully from there. In my notes, I wrote down wonderfully creepy kickoff to the album, and it was. The way it started is it kind of sends chills up and down your spine, and you're like, holy crap. And from what I understand, they also use that to begin their concerts. So that's a perfect way to kick things off for the concert, and a perfect way to kick off the album as well. From Ashes, it goes straight into Rats, the first single that was released ahead of the album. A solid lead-off song, great vocals by Cardinal Copia. I think anybody who's been watching the news as of late surrounding Ghost know who the lead singer is, but for this review, we'll go by the act and we'll call him Cardinal Copia. There's outstanding riffs throughout this entire song. This song just drew me in first time I heard it, and I was like, yeah, this is a great first single from the album. Great way to really introduce the album to everyone and let it know what it's about. Because from what I understand from everything that I've read and heard is that the theme of this album, Prequelle, is the bubonic plague. Hey, it works for me. That's cool by my books. But rats were a big carrier of the plague back in the Middle Ages. So it makes sense that Rats would be the first single off the album. From there you go to See the Light. It starts off slow, but it picks up by the chorus and is just a really good song throughout. You have an instrumental song on here called Miasma. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, let me know. Instrumental synth pop feel, but totally works. And there's a sax solo in it, like near the end of the song. I have it written here. A sax solo? 4 question marks. Yes, please. That was, I'm listening to the song, I'm grooving to it, and then you hear the sax, like, oh, okay, this shouldn't work with the synth pop feel and the saxophone solo in it, but it totally does, and Ghost pull it off so well. And then you get to my favorite song on the album, Dance Macabre. Dance Macabre. I saw the video for this. It's like an Instagram story, and I didn't recognize everybody in the video. It's until like I saw Chris Jericho. It's like, whoa, Chris Jericho's in this. That's awesome. Whoa, NXT champion Aleister Black is in the video. I had to look through and see who everyone was, and you had like M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold, Phil Anselmo, Kurt Hammett. I recognize him right away. Just quickly, okay, I just got to speak on this for a little bit here. Is it me, or does Kirk Hammett in this video look like he's somebody's creepy uncle? He looks so uncomfortable. Phil Anselmo looks like he's really uncomfortable there a lot of times too. He's like, huge song, huge song. He looks like he's so uncomfortable, but he's digging it. So you gotta think that Ghost is doing something right when you're getting endorsed by Kurt Hammett, Phil Anselmo, M Shadow, Chris Jericho, Chico Moreno. You got to think they're doing something right there, so big on them. But yes, Dance Macabre is my favorite song off the album. It has this killer 80s vibe, and that makes it also sound fresh and new. And it sounds like something the Scorpions would put out back in the 80s. I absolutely love this song. Anytime it comes on my iPhone, I'm just banging along to it. I absolutely love this. This is probably my favorite new song to come out this year. And there's been some great songs, like we've talked about them on past episodes of Fire Expired. Like anything off of Godsmack's new album, like Zombie by Bad Wolves. But yeah, this song is just, it's great. I love it. Then we go into Pro Memoria. Sweeping, beautiful symphonic opening. Starts singing about Lucifer. Lulz. That's all you need to know. But yeah, it starts off sweeping and beautiful and so symphonic. This is really one of the signatures of Ghost, that they can do this, just beautiful melodies, and then they start, the first words you hear from Cornucopia is Lucifer. Friggin' awesome. Witch Image, Witch, witch, as in, I'll get you, my pretty. I don't know why I had my nose going like that when talking. Witch Image is like Dance Macabre, has an 80s feel to it, like a heavier, darker Bon Jovi. This, the sound of it does sound like something Bon Jovi would have done back in the 80s. Maybe not the lyrics so much, but just the sound to it. It's really, really awesome. Then you have one. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Helvetes Fonster. If I got that wrong, let me know down below. Wow, what a name. Very unique opening to another solid instrumental song with a flute solo. Very Jethro Tull-esque with a medieval feel. It's one you have to listen to really understand. And then you get in the final song on the album, Life Eternal, last song. Cornucopia voice really shines in this song, operatic and beautiful. It's just a great way to round out the album, and just overall excellent song. Yeah, and I said I wouldn't talk about every song. I think I only missed one. So, yeah, let's just throw it in here. Faith, heavy opening, great bass line. That's all I really had to say about it. But yeah, like I said, heavy opening, great bass line. So, my final verdict on Prequelle by Ghost. Yeah, I have to rave about this album because it is so good. It is so good. If I have to give it a rating, which Fire Expired. That's the whole thing about this show. White hot fire. You need to go out and you have to buy this album. If you are a metal fan, if you're a rock fan of any type like me, you have to go out and you have to buy this album or download it from Apple Music, whichever, iTunes, stream it on Spotify. You get so many choices nowadays. When I was your age, we had vinyl. Hey, maybe there'll be a vinyl version of this. You never know. That would be 10 tracks, so 5 tracks each side. But yes, this is an absolutely brilliant album. I absolutely love it. My favorites being Dance Macabre, Ghosts, Rats. I'm thinking of the band. whatever. Let's try that again. Dance Macabre, Ghosts, and Life Eternal. Great album through and through from beginning to end. I can put this on from Ashes and listen all the way through until Life Eternal. Kind of like When Legends Rise. I can start that at the very beginning of the album and just go all the way through to the very end. Fantastic album. Cardinal Copia, Tobias Forge, whoever you want to call him. He is an amazing vocalist. If you have not heard his vocals, you should really give it a listen. If you're not into the devil scene, I probably would steer clear from it. But if you're like me and you don't care, if you just want to listen to good ass music, give Prequelle a listen. It is excellent and is worth it. Okay, yeah, I know this video is coming out a little later than normal. I usually want to do Fire or Expired for Mondays. Real life stuff had to push this back into today. So you've already got a new episode of the Toy Chest as of the release of this video. Tomorrow you're getting a brand new taste test for the first time since the Pepsi Ginger. I actually don't like something that I reviewed, so you're gonna have to tune in and see what that is. And then coming up, I'm gonna have another Fire Expired coming up really soon about the latest offering from Stone Sour called Hydrograde. I'm gonna have another one coming up sometime after that on the new Five Finger Death Punch album, And Justice for None. Irish Bandit Revolution is returning on July 10th, and I'm going to talk about all that soon. I'm going to have an update video coming up very, very soon, within the next couple weeks or so. And yeah, I'm trying to think of stuff I can do for the 50th episode of the Toy Chest. Even though I'm only at 48, I still have a couple things I need to review, so that would get me to 50. What I think I'll do for my 50th episode is I'll just, show you my entire vinyl pop collection, because you've only seen like single figures, and I did the top 5 favorites. So I think for the 50th one, I'll show you my entire vinyl pop collection, talk about them all. It's going to be growing again very soon here, because Funko released a whole bunch of images for some new pop figures coming very, very soon, including one of my favorite TV shows, Gargoyles. They're getting their own line of pops. And the Netflix show Big Mouth is getting their own line of vinyl pop figures. I want them. Plain and simple. They even have a little line of plush dolls of the hormone monsters. I want them too, most of all, because those are really freaking cute for some reason. So yeah, expect more new episodes of Toy Chest coming very, very soon. New Fire Expired coming very soon. Like I said, tomorrow, got a new taste test. And then Irish Bandit Revolution coming back on July 10th. Alright, well, that'll wrap it up for this episode of Fire Expired. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. What do you think of Ghosts? Do you buy the hype? Do you like them? Are you into the whole message that they send out? I'm into it. Well, no, I'm not like a devil worshiper, but I'm into the music. So just let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Don't forget to share this video. We're at 59 subscribers. We are one away from my 60 subscriber goal. So let's see if we can get that before too long. In the description below, you're going to see a link to my Redbubble store where you can pick up all your Irish Bandit merchandise, be it stickers, t-shirts, tank tops, racer tops, leggings, phone cases. What else do we have? Coffee mugs, travel mugs, whatever your heart desires, you can pick it up there. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, tap that bell and you'll be notified whenever I upload anything new, if YouTube feels like notifying you this time around. Alright, well, that'll do it for this episode of Fire Expired, guys. Have a great week, and I will see you again very, very soon.